Hey, what's up, y'all? This your girl Starr Kraziness, and I'm coming to you with another review of Little Women LA. And what do you know? They're coming out with a Little Women Dallas. I told y'all they was coming out with one when Emily Bree was talking about she was going down to Dallas with Emily. I knew it. But this is LA, so we're gonna get on LA. So the episode is called Birthday Blowout, season 5, episode 11. So we got Elena and Preston. Elena's mom, she comes down with her sister, Elena's sister. They come visit the baby, see how they doing. It's been, I think she said, 2 months since they've been born. And you know, once she wanted to spend some family time and stuff like that, then they brought up the whole thing about having more babies. Elena was like, we can't do that. Let's get them crawling, walking, and then talking, and maybe we can think about some. But not right now. I just can't. They enough for me. Enough. Okay. And then Preston was like, how many more did you want? And she was like 2, and she'd rather be girls. And I'm like, okay, mama. Maybe on down the line. So we got Christy and her mom. And I've been seeing them hang out a lot lately this season, I guess because the girls don't want to film with her. And when they do, it just turns into tragedy. So they go to this place called Sky Pace, and it's in LA. It's a glass slide, but it overlooks, I guess, the city, downtown city of LA type thing. And it's one of the tallest buildings in LA, and it's 1,000 feet above ground. Kudos go to you, Christy, and your mom, because my big butt would not be up there. I mean, I'm cool with heights, but to that extreme, no, no, my big butt can't do that. So it was funny. She was like, "Mom, you go first, cause I don't want you to chicken out." And then she turned around and said, "I don't want my mom to call me a wiener." I was like, "Okay, stop it." So it looked fun. It looked cool. I thought it was like a whole slide, but it was kind of like a little miniature slide to get down to this space where they can overlook the city of LA type thing. So then she told her mom about the whole Tanya thing with the photo shoot and plastic, how Tanya was just being very rude, calling plastic out of her name and this and that. I'm like, oh my gosh, Christy, there's a time and there's a place for everything. You should have not brought plastic to Tanya's photo shoot, especially when she said she only wanted her girls to be there. Why would you bring a +1? So to me, you kind of did want to start something, because you know how Tanya is. She letting you slide, but that right there, So then she was like, she don't feel bad about bringing plastic. All she wanted to do is just prove to the girls that she was telling the truth. She wasn't making up nothing. Okay, that could have been dealt with at a later time at a different place, but it's you, Christy. So her mom was like, "Oh, so you feeling guilty now?" She's like, "Yeah." And then she just started breaking down in tears. I'm like, I'm tired of you, Christy. I am tired of you. You always trying to play victim. In certain situations, you are not the victim. You kind of are the problem, all right? Because that could have waited. That could have waited. That time where you was with Tanya and them, that was about business. This other stuff you was bringing to the table, that was personal, okay? And then it's not even about you. I mean, I can't. Whatever. But then she brings up her dad health issues, talking about he's having kidney failure, and on top of that he got cancer going on. I'm like, oh Lord, my prayers go out to you, Christy, with your dad, because that's just too much. But I'm just thinking maybe we need to take a break from the show in general and just focus on family time, because I can't. So then we got Terra and Tanya. Basically, they take Tanya's car to go car washing. She talking about she used to always she used to always wash her car and stuff like that. I was like, okay, woo woo. And then they brought up Elena and how her birthday's coming up, and how Preston, he wants to throw a surprise birthday party. And of course, Tanya's like, so who gonna be invited? Because we done had this little outs with Christy, and she's really not on my good radar right about now. And of course, they both came to the conclusion like it's Preston and Elena. They want to be cordial with everybody, so he's gonna invite everybody, in which he did. So then Tanya, she brings up Christy, and then she said, "Well, look, this is how I'm gonna handle this chick right here. At the party, I'm gonna pull Christy to the side, and I'm gonna have a one-on-one and ask her why did she bring plastic to my photo shoot, knowing it was all about business at that time." And she does feel bad about how she went about calling plastic names and stuff. But she was like, the only reason why she did that is because she called her a B. And I'm like, we just need to get past that. Let's just, because she was like, I have nothing wrong with the LGBT community. Because she got people in her family. She got close friends. Whoop-de-whoop. So she ain't trying to have no ill feelings, but it was just the wrong place at the wrong time. And Christy like to just throw curveballs sometimes, because I would have been kind of a bit pissed too. Like, why are you bringing this? You know I'm trying to do something for my business, and you bringing this. No offense, but this is not what we're trying to do. We're not trying to discuss personal stuff on business time, and this money being wasted because I can't get my photo shoot because you trying to bring this up in the mix. Like, no. So I kind of get what Tanya was talking about. So then we got Terra and Joe and Penny. Oh my gosh, she is so adorable, y'all. She's just so adorable. And so they basically taking her to an American Sign Language class, and I didn't know she was going to be speaking sign language. So that was something new for me. So the instructor taught them how to sign toilet, poop, and I love you. And I was like, oh. So then they talk about how they going to be owning a new house. They bought a new house or whatever. But the seller that sold them the house done got their money and not even moving out of the house. Done signed the paperwork. They legally, their house is theirs. But the seller was like, I'm not moving. I'm not budging. You're going to have to call the cops because I'm not doing anything. So it's kind of affecting both of them, and they just don't know what to do. Then they was like, well, maybe we might have to, if she doesn't move, we might have to hit her with that eviction papers. And, you know, that process goes, you know, it's quite lengthy, especially when the other person don't want to cooperate. And I'm just like, so basically the lady just scammed y'all in a way, because she already knew probably in her head she wasn't trying to move. She just needed some extra cash. Then come to find out she had tenants living, because she had 2 guest houses. So she rented one to some people, and they still living there. I'm like, oh gosh. So then we get to Tanya and Briana. Basically, they go to this blow glass custom ornament class. Something to give Elena a gift from everybody, basically. So Tanya was like, you know, I really appreciate you meeting up with me and stuff like that, catching up. And then she tells her about what's been going on with Christy and how she brought plastic to her photo shoot, and she felt like that was just very disrespectful or what have you. And she doesn't feel good about what she said, but this point is plastic shouldn't have been brought there, okay? And so then we come to find out plastic is a client of Julie, and we all know Julie is whatchamacallit's publicist now, but she was Briana's former publicist. And I'm like, what the, oh, this is just too much. And Tanya's just trying to figure out, why is she all up in your mix, Briana? Why is she so worried about you and Matt and who he done did stuff with or just trying to do stuff with? I just don't get it. Now she done brought me into this thing, and I was on her side. And Briana just called her the B word because she just doing what she want to do. So then we go to Christy. She's at her therapy session. Basically, she needs advice on how to handle these girls because they're just getting out of control. All she wants to do was prove her point, and the girls they took it the wrong way, blah blah blah. Her therapist was like, look, you need to listen out to them and kind of repeat what they're saying back to you. And she was like, basically, you want me to kiss their ass, and I'm not going to do that. How is this helping me, you know, type of thing. And moving on. So then we got Terra and Joe. So they are meeting up with their realtor as well as a locksmith by the name of Michael, aka I'm gonna call him Mike. So basically, Terra and Joe, they're outside talking, and she was talking to Joe like, what if the lady is still in the house? Like, how are we gonna go about the situation? And of course, he was being jokey, and she was like, look, we don't got time for that. You know, this is not her house. This is our house. So we should stop saying her house. It's ours. You know, we just can't move in it because she's being a butthole right about now. And he was like, you know, I'm just trying to lighten up the mood because everything's so serious. And you know, you're pregnant and just a lot of stuff going on. So then we got the realtor. She show up with some flowers to try to make the situation better. Then we got locksmith Mike. He coming. So they all going to the front door. The lady done lock the door screen where you know you can open and ring the doorbell. She done locked that. So it was like, okay, it got to be another door. So they go around to the back. That door is locked, but the locksmith can kind of see what's, you know, in the house. And it seems like the lady ain't moved a damn thing. She still got stuff in the house. She got her washer and everything. Then they go to like this window part. Stuff covered. It's still there though. And they was like, oh my gosh. So then they, you know, happen to think, okay, well, what about the guest houses? So they go back there. The tenants come outside telling me some, excuse me, what y'all doing? And the realtor trying to explain the whole situation. Here go Terry. Hey, this is my husband Joe, and we're the new owners. Whoop whoop. And they're like, new owners? Wait, no. And then they was like, well, do the lady still live here? And the tenants was like, yeah, she's there. You know, she's just not coming out. And they was just saying, well, we're the new owners. We have this house legally now. She done signed over the papers. Done took our money. So, hey, I don't know what to tell y'all. So then they just came to a conclusion. They're going to have to hit her with the eviction notice. She got 30 days to get out. Or they, you know, the cops going to be at the door. Come on out. Or, I mean, which one you want to do? Which one you want to do? So, it was just crazy. So then we got Briana and Matt. They doing either a lunch or a dinner date. They want to get away from the kids. Understandable. So Briana bring up the whole photo shoot madness that Tanya told her about. And of course, whatchamacallit, he just like, oh, will she leave, go somewhere? Why is she so invested in our relationship and stuff like that? And she tells Matt that Elena's having a surprise party, and more than likely Christy and Todd will be there. And of course, both of them don't agree with that. But hey, what you gonna do? So then we got the surprise party. Whoop, whoop. So Preston, I'm gonna go past all this other stuff because, like I said, this episode didn't really give me too much. But of course, all the friends they met up or whatever. So Preston texts Joe like, we're here. We're coming up the dock to the yacht. Okay. And so they got in position to like overlook where Elena could see him. They could be like, hey, happy birthday. So it was Elena, her mom, her sister, and Preston. I think she said, I guess her sister had a baby, a newborn as well. But she left her kids with one of her friends. And so Preston took off the blindfold, and everybody's like, hey, what's up, you know? And of course, Elena, it didn't have that, oh, thank you guys. It had like that, what the hell? Preston, really? What the hell is this? I told you I wanted to have a nice dinner with my family. That means me, you, the babies, my mama, and my sister. I didn't want all this extra stuff. You know how I am on my birthday. She didn't say that, but her face said it. So, but she took it. She went on up the stairs on the yacht, top level. And of course, you know, everybody was giggly, bubbly, but her. She had on her shades or whatever. And so, not Tanya, what's her name? Terra, she went and got the gift that everybody contributed in. And she was like, here, you can open it. She was like, oh, okay, I'll open it later. And then she just started crying. And they asking her, what's wrong with you? You know, and of course, she's saying, nothing's wrong with me. You know. you can go ask somebody else what's wrong with them, but there's nothing wrong with me, or something to that effect, she said. But she was like, I just, I'm good. Then all of a sudden she gets up, goes down to the lower part of the yacht, goes in the restroom, cries, and they just leave her alone because she in her little moods. She just want to be with her family, so she just went on and had a little family dinner down at the lower level of the yacht, and we just gonna leave it like that. So then this is where we get to the juicy part. This is what I was here for. So Tanya and Terra, they get back upstairs. Of course, the rest like, where is Elena? And they just tell them, look, she want to be with her family right now, so let her have her time. And Jasmine was like, so we just don't ask her about anything. No, just let her do her. This is her day. We ain't even gonna push the issue, okay? So then Tanya was like, boy, I do want to talk to Christy. So Christy, can I talk to you over here? Whatever. And she's like, what's up? I was like, okay. So with this, I don't even know where Christy was going, but it just looked like she got fed up with a lot of stuff, and she was just hitting low blows. Anybody who came in her, you want some too, and stuff like that. So basically, Tanya told her how she felt. She wanted to apologize how she came off at plastic, but she didn't appreciate not Briana, what's her name? Christy bringing plastic to an event that, one, she's paying for, two, this had nothing to do with plastic, and three, she paying for it, so she ain't got time for this. And of course they was going back and forth, and then it just got to a point where disrespect was just hit a new low. Tanya had said something to, I think she said something about plastic, and Christy was like, you disrespected a transgender. Then she had said, what she said? Tanya, she was like, this is what I want you to do. I need you to stay out of Matt and Briana's business. You know what? Worry about you and Todd's marriage and stop getting in everybody else's business. And of course, Christy was like thrown back. Oh, so you mad? Why are you mad? You're just a mad dwarf. I'm like, no, she didn't. Out of all the name calling, she be talking about how she just was talking about plastic and how Tanya was getting on her. Now you want, okay. So from there, it went from she got on her. Then she had told Terra to shut up. And Terra's like, you ain't gonna tell me to shut up, because Tanya had said something, and Terra's like, true story. I'm like, oh, okay. So we listening to Titty Boy 2 Chainz. Okay, I knew you was a little black, had a little black in you. But and then Briana, she coming over there putting her 2 cents and some change, talking about some, I forgot what she said to Christy, but she was like, you have autism. I was like, what? What is going on? And then she just had to go there. Here go Matt. What the fuck did you say? What did you say to her? So they going at it. Then we got Todd. I was like, Todd, don't you jump in there. That don't do it now, because you saw what happened last time. So he took that advice, but then kind of got to a point where he saw Matt coming. So like, oh no, y'all ain't going back. You ain't gonna do that on my baby. You ain't gonna do that. So he started hitting low blows, and then here go Matt hitting low blows, and then it just got to a point where Chrissy just got up, her and Todd, and they walked off the boat. And I think that was the best situation. That's the best thing she could have did, because I felt like Tanya was really about to just go off on her, because she had, this is me and y'all, and she was just, what she had said, she said, you shouldn't have brought her to my place. You should have brought her to my place. I was like, if she would have got another inch closer, she could have just mushed that girl, and that girl would have been, whoop. She would have been over. But that was pretty much it, y'all. like I said, didn't really give me too much, but that right there, that ending part, because I mean, Christy, she was hitting a new low. She was, like I said, I guess she just got tired of people coming at her, especially Terra. But I mean, she was taking shots at anybody who wanted to take a shot at her. You said something, okay, bam, got you. You next, bam, got you. I was like, But that was my review. So y'all take care. See you on the next one. Peace.